entire life is scheduled. You get that, right? Like when Jake when Jake talks about his firstborn and they're coming into, they're on a schedule. You're bottle fed at certain times, right? You go to elementary school. You show up at 7 o'clock. You leave at 2 o'clock. You get into middle and high school. Now you're playing sports. It's funny how it's all scheduled, right? It's not like, hey, I'm a baseball player. Coach said we're practicing on Tuesday and Thursday. What time? I don't know. We'll just probably show up out there around 7. That's not how it works. It's not school is not like that either. Now you get in the corporate world. You're working for somebody else, building their business, right? And you show up at 8 o'clock, you leave at 5 o'clock. Every day, it doesn't matter what happens, you show up at 8 o'clock. Then you get self-employed, right? Mark talks about the benefit of being self-employed is you can do whatever the hell you want. The downfall of being self-employed, you can do whatever the hell you want, right? So now all of a sudden, we decide that it's okay to make excuses. It's okay to not show up for ourselves. You know what we're doing? We're showing ourselves a lack of self-respect. We're giving the guy who we're helping him build his business more respect than we are us and our family. We're letting them down. And then here's the craziest thing. If you don't treat this like a job, if you treat it like a hobby, which some of you got to look yourselves in the mirror and say, I'm treating this like a hobby, you will go back to a job. What you want to get away from is where you end back up if you don't treat this like a job. So, it pisses me off to like I look at people, I'm like, bro, I had this lady, actually she was in Dallas on Justine. I remember having a talk with her. She ain't here. She couldn't get this part down. And she was a principal. I said, look, what time you got to go to school? 7 o'clock. What time you get off? Like 3:30. I was like, is there ever a time where you don't show up at 7? No, never. And I'm like, why don't you show up for yourself then? Why don't you show up for yourself? She didn't like it. She quit. I don't care. I'm moving on, baby. So, sorry, Jeff. Schedule equals commitment. So if it's on your schedule, you'll do it, right? And I learned this from Andy. Now, that's why he always talks about schedule. And I hate when he asks me my schedule and I don't have it planned out yet. And I'm working on it, I promise you. But that's what I've come to know is like if I make a decision and put it on my calendar, I will do it, right? So when you're getting started with us early on, you've got to set up a schedule. Managers, you've got to get with your people and help them. Most of us have never been self-employed. You've got to get with them and make sure they have a schedule of success set up. If you don't, they're going to be dying. Their business is going to be dying. So if it's on my schedule, I'm going to do it. Commitment gives you clarity. When it's on my calendar, I know that it's a priority. Here's the big kicker. Priorities give you the ability to say no. This is the most important, right? Hey, I got to get up and dial on Monday morning. My buddy hit me up and says, you want to go golfing? If I don't have my priorities set up, I will say yes. What sounds better, golfing or dialing? Don't lie. Damn, the dishes sound better than dialing. I'll do the dishes. Don't tell me you like dialing. Some of you are crazy. You're like, I love it. Okay, you can make my dials, right? So, but that's the thing is it'll create your ability to say no because if it's on your schedule, you're sticking to that. You can tell people no. Hey, give me a week heads up. Let me know. We'll get together next week. I'll figure out some time to make for you if it's important, right? Or let's say Haley wants to go to dinner with some friends. If I've got something I got to do, I'm doing it. I do a lot of Zooms, don't I? I mean, I'm a Zoomer. I'm a Zoom machine. And so, like, if she wants to go to dinner, she's got to wait till after we get done with the Zoom. Because that's on my schedule. I got to do it. So I'm telling, and thank God, like, she's grown up with this, but she don't combat me on that. She's not, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. She certainly gets pissed off at me. Who wouldn't? I mean, I'll piss myself off. But it allows her to see, like, hey, what I'm doing isn't to take away time from us, it's to build a better future for us. So it allows me to say no to her, it allows me to say no to my friends. I want to show you guys, let me get on this Elmo thing. You know what, I don't even want to use that. Haley created a pretty one. I want to do it again. This is how I do it with everybody. All right? So let's say I'm getting you started. JT, dude, bro, we did this, right? Monday. Can y'all see it? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Y'all get it? Saturday, Sunday. I always put, this is from early. Jesus right there, baby. All right. So, we got 6 days in a week. 7, to be honest. Anyhow. So, when I look at this, I'm thinking of how I can help somebody, right? So I'm talking to JT, I'm talking to whoever. When Scott had this problem, we dealt with it then. So here's what I'm going to try to figure out is what's his goals, right? Is he doing this thing full-time? Is he doing it part-time? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say, hey, bro, need you at 2 o'clock AMG team call. Wednesday, 12:30. And by the way, I'm not doing this for them. I'm doing it with them. They're writing it out. I'm writing it out. Thursday, 1 o'clock. Need you on product call. Friday, 10 a.m. Here's the thing. We got to work in a minimum of 6 to 8 appointments on Tuesday and 6 to 8 appointments on Wednesday. We got to do the same thing on Friday and Saturday. Now, I know some of you are like, I push 10 appointments. I don't care. That's awesome. Let's do it. I'm trying to get somebody started. I'm trying to give them 6 to 8 appointments. We'll work into that 10. If you want to start with 10, start with 10. That's what I'm saying. I do care. I'm just saying I don't care what you start with. It doesn't matter to me. But I'm at least shooting for 24 to 32 appointments a week. That's my goal. Because I was told by one of my mentors that if you have 26 a week, you can guarantee a $20,000 a month issue paid business. Now notice, I didn't say 20 appointments. I said 26. Okay? If he's a liar, you tell him that. All right, so now I'm going to say, hey, here's what I need you to do. On Sunday nights, I always need you to prepare. I need you to get your calendar set up for the following week. I need you to have your leads printed out because I need you to start dialing at 8 o'clock. I don't need you to start getting your coffee. I don't need you to take a pee break at 8 o'clock. I need you to start dialing that phone at 8 o'clock. That's what I need you to do. Hey, and guess what? I need you to dial, and they'll be like, how long? As long as it takes to hit your 6 to 8 appointments. 12 to 14 or 12 to 16 appointments the next 2 days. However long it takes. I think back to when Jeff started with me. I'll show his activity here in a little while. Jeff busted his tail. He would dial from 8 to 12. He'd go out and door knock from 1 to 4. He'd come back and he'd clean up the rest of it in the evening on the phone. Because he was dedicated to having those appointments set. He was disciplined enough to go out there and get it done. So they're going to be down. I need to set expectations. I need about $35 an hour out of you. Right? So, and then I'm setting up their appointments. I don't care if they do an hour and a half apart. 8 o'clock, I need you on your first one. 9:30. I need you out here at 11. You get it, right? So I'm breaking it down. I do this with everyone. I actually have a boot camp now. I'm like official. I'm teachable, baby. And it walks them through it. But what I'm teaching people is, hey, I need you to get with your upline and go over this because your upline can guide you on whether this is a crappy schedule or not. They should be guiding you. If you're part-time, it's even more important that you have a schedule because you got some consistent income coming in. I got to battle that. Now I got to get you making money. Now I got to get your mindset of when I get off at 5, I got to go right into insurance. Why? Because I'm trying to get out that daggone job. So we got to keep that on the frame, right? So let me go back to this. This is probably the most important part of my schedule talk. Let me go back to my I know y'all work on it. Let me explain. Let me just go ahead and say it. So the most important thing that you can do when they get this schedule set up is the next immediate thing they do is they go and share this with someone they love. They share it with someone who they want or need to win for, right? I love, Reggie, you're in here. I know we did this, bro. What I tell you to do immediately after we finish getting your schedule set up. He's got 2 kids, 2 daughters. I say, you need to run this past your daughters. You need to tell them, this is what daddy's doing for the foreseeable future so I can create a better future for you guys. That's immediately following it. I can't hold them accountable all the time. I need somebody else to be holding them accountable, right? So if you don't get anything else out of this, I'm going to use this because I just think it's cool. I can't even see it. Daggone it. But share your schedule with somebody that you love, you care about, you want to win for. Okay?